discussing the issues that make Phoenix a world-class city. Now, On the Issues.
Welcome to On the Issues. I'm Phoenix City Councilwoman Thelda Williams. On this episode, we will brush up on water safety tips to keep kids, families, and pets safe, and announce some exciting news taking place at Metro Center. But first, joining me now is Becky Hulett, Parks and Recreation Supervisor for the Aquatics Division, to talk about swim classes at our city pools. Welcome to the show, Becky.
Thanks for having me.
First, we got to talk a little bit about Cortez Pool.
Absolutely.
I love that pool.
Me too. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. It's very popular. We have had so many people come and attend and swim, fill the programs. We have a lot of people that have gone through that pool since it's opened in the 3 weeks, averaging close to 1,000 a day.
Whoa.
Yes.
It's like a miniature water park.
It is.
And I can see why. I mean, whether it's the kids' pool with the spouts, the water dripping, flowing, splashing, or the slides, or the actual swim area, it is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's got something for everybody. It's got something for the little ones, for the teenagers, for the parents. So it's definitely a family-friendly facility, and we are seeing lots of families, and kids are having a blast and really enjoying the amenities that it offers.
I had one lady who was there with 2 kids, her kids, and she said, "Oh, I just love this pool because I can come here every day and stay cool, and the kids just have a blast."
They do.
And I'm a big believer that you keep them in a pool in the summer, you keep them active, you poop them out, and you take them home. You have to feed them a little bit more, but they stay out of trouble.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a great place to enjoy the day, have fun, get some exercise, and be in a safe environment. Swimming in a pool that has lifeguards is really a good place to be, a good choice for the little ones, you know, when it comes to water safety. And we're able to teach people that come into our facilities about water safety and how to make sure that we curb that drowning, and teaching them what they need to do and where they should be swimming, and how to keep their little ones safe. So it's great.
You have swim lessons there, I believe?
We do. We're offering swimming lessons to kids from 6 months old to adults. So we do offer the gamut of lessons. I know they're very popular and they have been filling, so that's good to get kids in those lessons and adults in those lessons to make sure that we are teaching those kids how to swim. It's a life skill that they need and need to learn at a young age. If kids don't learn to swim by 3rd grade, they most likely never will, according to research.
3rd grade must be an important level in a kid's life because
It is.
they don't know how to swim, they don't know how to read, they have problems from there on out. But
Yes.
it was the first time I heard about swimming. Yes. It's fascinating. I was so amazed when I went into the pool the pool where you get dressed, whatever the name is, and all those little life jackets. So you have things, if they don't know how to swim, I take it?
Yes, we do. We do test, mark, and protect. So what we do is we swim test the kids that come into the pool. We identify if they're swimmers or non-swimmers. If they're swimmers, they get a wristband and they can go pretty much anywhere in the facility. If they're a non-swimmer, then we don't put a wristband on them and we expect a parent to be with them. And we do have limited numbers of life jackets that we offer kids to put them in life jackets because there hasn't been any documented research of somebody drowning in a properly fitted life jacket. So if you can't swim, that's going to be the safest way to be in the water. The floaties are a toy, and many parents think that we can put kids in floaties, arm floaties, and the problem with that is they deflate. The parents have a false sense of security, and they turn their back on their kids, and the next thing you know, the floaties are floating on the pool at the top, and the kids are at the bottom. So it's really important that you give them devices that they can utilize that will keep them safe. And a life jacket, my favorite phrase is the life jacket is a car seat to water.
Oh, I hadn't heard that before.
Yes.
Very appropriate. So, and the adults can take swim lessons though?
We do offer adult swimming classes as
So
well.
it's not too late if you're past 3rd grade.
It is not too late. It takes a little bit more effort, and it's a little bit more difficult because you're dealing with a lot more fears or past experiences. A lot of times, if adults don't know how to swim, it's because they never learned how to swim, and then they instill that fear into their kids, and their kids don't learn how to swim. So we really encourage those adults that don't know how to swim to take swimming lessons at the same time their kids are taking swimming lessons, and try to conquer those fears so that they're not passing those fears on to their kids.
So, and are lessons available at all the city pools?
At all city pools, yes, we offer them. The classes they are a variety of classes, so not every class is offered at every pool, but we do absolutely have classes for kids at every pool. The adult classes are sporadic throughout the city, so we'd have to check out each pool to see which one is offering those specific classes. But we do offer swimming lessons at every pool.
And how would one find out?
You go to phoenix.gov and go to the Parks Pools page, and once you find the pool that's closest to you, there's a link in there that says find a pool. You find the pool that's closest to you, you click on that pool page, and it will show you all the classes that are offered at that pool.
How much does it cost to go swimming?
To go swimming, it's $1 for kids and it's $3 for adults. We do have a program called Cool Kids that allows kids 17 years and younger to swim for free at many of our pools, not all of them. About 18 of the pools offer this Cool Kids program, and all you have to do is go to the pool. If you're 17 years or younger, they'll let you in for free to swim. We do offer family passes. You can do a family of 4, 2 adults and 2 kids for $75, and that is good at all 29 pools, so you could go to each pool throughout the summer as well.
Unlimited swimming time?
Unlimited swimming.
And I know at Cortez Pool, Cortez High School is going to take advantage.
Yes, they're gearing up, they're getting excited. We're getting everything put together for their swim season, which will start in August. And their swim season goes August through November. So they're ready to go. They're excited about the pool.
I went in and toured all the equipment it takes to manage that pool, keep it cleaned and filtered and et cetera, and they showed me the heater, and I was very impressed that the Cortez High School is the one that purchased the heaters so that we can have swim competitions there.
Yes, absolutely. They were able to purchase not only the heater, but the starting blocks for their swim team as well. So we were able to put the anchors into the pool deck for them, so they will have their starting blocks. They'll be able to heat the water. They'll be able to utilize that pool through November when it gets cold.
Well, I have to commend you because you're very responsive. At the grand opening, which was great fun, and we had a lot of people there, the only complaint I had was one, and it was because you didn't have a hook in the ladies' changing room. And I laughingly said that to Jim Burke, and the next day the hook was up. So thank you very much.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm so glad we were able to. That was an easy request. That was something we could take care of.
I said, well, that's probably easy to overlook, but he was teasing me. He says, no, it's because little kids will hang their brothers or sisters on the hooks and walk off. And I said, no, come on, Jim.
It's not quite the brothers or sisters. It's more their items, and then we have issues. So we encourage them to take all their things out of the bathhouse onto the deck so that there aren't any theft issues. But yeah.
Yeah, it's quite the setup you have. So what other activities? Do you have anything going special for the 4th? Or
Actually, the pools are closed on the 4th this year. It's a Friday. The pools are closed on Friday. So we will not be doing 4th of July celebrations this year. But we are, we do have our programs, our Cub Club, Discovery Guard, Junior Lifeguard programs. Those programs will be wrapping up towards the middle of July, so in a couple of weeks. And we do some great activities with them, some Olympic events where they can show all the water safety skills that they learned this summer, and in a fun, competitive, non-threatening environment where they can show mom and dad what they did. And kids really look forward to that. We're able to give them prizes from Cigna, t-shirts and bags and water bottles and those kinds of things for their efforts and participating in the program. So although we don't have big events coming up for the 4th, we're coming up on concluding some of our programs that began in June, the beginning of June. So we're excited about that, and we're excited to see what the kids have learned with the water safety messages that we've been working on all summer.
How many of the pools have swim teams?
We have 12 swim teams that are at the various pools. So we have those, and then we have 6 dive teams as well. And those programs will be concluding here in a couple of weeks as well. They are in the middle of their program doing their swim dive. We have meets every week, and they'll be doing their divisional meets about the second week in July. So
Do you teach them how to dive and then you have the competition, or is
we
this?
do. They have both swim team and dive team practice 4 days a week for an hour, and then they do their competitions, each week, starting the second week of the program. So there's a lot of instruction that goes on to it, a lot of practice, and then they get to go and they get to compete against other pools that have the program as well. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to teach kids how to swim, become stronger swimmers. Really the requirement to be on the swim team is that they have to be able to swim across the pool in one stroke. We'll teach them the rest of what they need to know in order to compete. So a lot of fun. It encourages really healthy behaviors, and it encourages kids to get out and swim and learn where to swim and how to swim and be safe while doing it.
Who and how do you find instructors?
We have several instructors. We have hundreds of instructors. The instructors are lifeguards. So when we do our recruitment for lifeguards, we have to employ probably over 200 instructors at all of our pools to teach the swimming lessons and all the programs that we teach. And from those 200, we select the swim coaches and the dive coaches. So it's part of you have to be certified as a lifeguard first, and then you have to have an additional certification for teaching purposes. So they're selected at each of their pools.
By chance, do you teach life-saving?
We do teach StarGuard, that's the certification needed to become a lifeguard. Those classes actually will have probably one towards the end of the summer that will, you have to be 15 years old to take, and we really encourage our junior lifeguards that are finishing their junior lifeguard program to join that class in August. But it's open to the public, anybody who wants to be a lifeguard next year. It's not too late. You can sign up, and actually we will begin teaching those classes in August. We'll teach again in November as the high schools finish their swim teams, and then we'll teach again in February and March. We start our recruitment process for the next summer in November. So
In November?
yes, we start taking applications and teaching people their lifeguard training, teaching them their swim school instructor training as well. So that's our busy time for training people to get them ready to apply for next year.
It's a year-round program. I didn't realize. When you think of that, you think of, well, the summertime, just when the pools are open, but you're busy all year round.
We are busy all year round. We have recruitment. We hire over 500 people to run our pools in the summertime. So it's a long process. We have to get enough applications so we can hire those 500, and we tend to hire throughout the summer as well. It's not just a one-time hiring practice. We continue to hire till the pools close.
Well, I thank you very much for coming today. It's enlightening, and I know that, especially with the new pool, it's not the only pool in my district. I also have Deer Valley, which I hope gets upgraded in the very near future to be very similar to Cortez, because I think that's where we need to go in the future. It's a family center. It's more than just your regular swimming. It's an activity center. But thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Up next, water safety tips from a Phoenix fire captain. Keep watching On the Issues.
What would you do if you saw a dog, a cat, or a horse that looked like this? Animal cruelty and neglect is a crime that needs to be reported.
I'm Councilwoman Thelda Williams, here with my rescued pets, Henry and Cheyenne.
And I'm Councilman Michael Nowakowski, asking for your help.
If you ever suspect animal cruelty, call Crime Stop, the Arizona Humane Society, or the Sheriff's Office.
Animal cruelty is a crime.
And together we could stop it. It's always a good time to talk about water safety. And here with the latest information to keep our kids, families, and pets safe is Phoenix Fire Captain Robert E. Johnson. Welcome to the show, Captain.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I invited you here because we're trying to prevent tragedies. And we've had too many already. And so could you start off telling us about how we can keep our kids safe?
Yeah. As the temperatures warm up, a way to have fun outside is to jump in the swimming pool and have fun. And that's why you have a swimming pool is to have fun. Of course, if someone drowns or someone gets hurt, then the fun's over. So, everyone should be aware of simple water safety rules to follow around the house, around any pool, whether it's at home or at an apartment. The ABCs of water safety, adult supervision. Can't say enough about it. You need to keep your eyes on the kids. A lot of times what happens is kids, if they play in the water and they know that the grown-ups there, they feel like they're safe because the grown-ups take care of them all the time. But what the grown-up really needs to do is to actively participate in the water safety. They need to be there looking at the kids like a lifeguard does. They don't need to have their phones there. They don't need to be looking at magazines, talking with another grown-up. There needs to be one grown-up at that swimming pool watching the water.
Eyes on the kids at all times.
Eyes on the kids all the time.
Oh. Talk about some backyard safety if you have a pool in your home.
Okay, if you have a pool in your home, A is for adult supervision. When we get to B, we're talking about barriers. Okay, you want to make it very difficult for a child to get to the water. Just by nature, children are curious when they get around a body of water. And especially boys. And you can see it if on a rainy day. Just watch a group of kids walking. If they see a pool of water, what are they gonna do? Hey, let's go over there and jump in it, splash
True.
it, So if there's a body of water there, they're just naturally attracted to it. So we want to put barriers there to make it very difficult for them to get there. If they're in the house, make it very hard for them to get out of the doors. Don't make it easy to get out windows. Okay, and once you get into the backyard, have other barriers like pool fencing. Put a pool fence around the swimming pool. That, as a matter of fact, in Phoenix, it is a law. You have to have a fence around your pool. There's other barriers you can use as far as there's covers for pools you can put on. They're a little more expensive, but they do work. There's studies have shown that they support the weight of a person that may have gotten onto the pool or to the pool where you don't want them to be there, and it supports the weight of a child so they don't drown. So,
What kind of barriers should they have on their doors, their windows?
now the doors, if you don't have a pool fence around the pool, the doors that leads to the backyards, by code, they're required. If you open them and walk away from them, they should close by themselves and latch by themselves. Now, typically, on a typical door in a house, the doorknob is about 3 feet off the ground. Mm-hmm. Okay, by code, if it is for pool safety, that latch needs to be raised up another foot. It has to be 4 feet from the ground. And it's so the little ones can't reach it and open it. Now, of course, as they get older, they can reach it. The pool barriers are really not for the older kids. We can talk to them and they know what's good and what's not good. It's the little ones. You can tell them. You tell them all the time. And if you turn your back, they see that water, they just forgot what you just told them. Okay, so they're going to do something unsafe. So it's designed for the really small ones. The barriers are.
And some people's yards, because they have a pool.
Right.
They have a fence. Kids are in the house, but what they also have is one of those wading pools for their dogs.
Yeah, for the dogs. And, I like dogs. I have dogs myself. And I don't have a swimming pool at my house now, but at the previous house I did. And just talking, if you go to the vet, just talking to them and just looking at different programs, Googling it. If you do have a pet and you have a pool, teach them because typically pets are natural swimmers. So teach them. Typically, I know you were telling me that you're a Labrador.
Safe like a rock.
Swims like me. Like most people, if they lay on their back, they float. Yeah. Okay, if I lay on my back, I do not float. It doesn't happen for me. So
that's kind of how Dad is. He starts out and he's like this pretty soon.
Yeah, so, but teach your pet, you know, when they're in the water, have them swim around to where they can find that step, okay? Because a lot of times the pet will fall into the water. If you don't know they're in the water, they'll swim until they run out of energy and then they stop swimming. Well, if they know, if you teach them where that step is, and I did that at the previous house, we could put our dog in the water and he would just, after we taught him where that step was, he would automatically go to the step. So teach them that so that if they do fall in, especially the puppies, they know how to get out. Now, as far as, you know, the kids around pets, you have to be aware that, you know, a lot of times pets are bigger than the kid. And just not trying to be mean, they're just playing with the kid, they can knock the kid into the water. So if they're close to the edge, you know, again, even if there's no playing in the water, there's no swimming going on, just because there's water present, adult supervision, you know, that means eye contact. You need to be watching them.
And when you have one of those little wading pools, they're kids' wading pools, but you use them in the summertime for the dogs to drink out of, I would take it, you'd want to make sure that you didn't have a little one get out in the backyard.
Well, those type of pools, they're not required to be, you know, enclosed in a fence.
Right.
So if you have those, you don't start thinking that, okay, it's only this much water, my kid's not going to drown. Okay, it only takes 2 inches of water. It's enough.
2 inches.
2 inches is enough for a child to drown. If you have wading pools, you have dog dishes, you have buckets that you clean the house with, clean the car with, around the house, and it has standing water in it, that's a potential danger, okay, especially for the little ones that are getting around. You know, they're starting to walk and get into stuff. They can climb up onto a bucket, try to splash their hands in there if they can't reach it. Maybe they have the ability to climb up and try to reach the water. If they fall in head first and their head is heavy enough, the bucket won't tip over and they won't be able to push themselves out of the water. And the thing about that is it's quiet. A drowning is quiet. There's no screaming. It's not like on TV where someone's screaming for help. It's quiet. So just those little bodies of water that people neglect or they don't think, okay, this is not a swimming pool yet, you still need to pay attention to those.
So say we're going out for a picnic at the lake. What should we do?
If you're going to the lake, okay, again, there's no barriers, okay, count out the barriers. So adult supervision is a must at the lake. I took my kids to the lake starting young, you know, and we go fishing, we go boating, you know, we put them on an inner tube in the back. The law here in the state of Arizona, if you're going to go on the water at a lake, a body of water, everyone on that boat has to have a life jacket. Now, anyone under the age of 15, they have to be wearing theirs. And when I say life jacket, it has to be Coast Guard approved because anything that has air in it is considered a toy and it is not for safety. So don't go out on the lake and you don't know how to swim. Oh, I'll take this raft with me. Okay, it's got air in it. I'll take the inner tube. Okay, no. You need to have a life jacket that is Coast Guard approved because it will keep your head above the water. Even if you dive in, you come up head first. That's the way life jackets work.
And if they're small and they're playing on the shore, should they be wearing a life jacket?
You know, small, playing on the shore, I would say it depends on the shore. Like if the shore slopes into the water, I would just watch my kids there. If they're fishing, just fish right there and watch them. If they slope into the water, if they go out into the water, maybe 4 feet out into the water's only up to their knees or waist.
Right.
Okay, now if I feel like the water drops off, I might have them put their life vest on while they're fishing, or let's find another spot to fish from. So yeah, you just use your common sense. If you think they could fall in there, especially if they don't know how to swim. If they don't know how to swim, I'm saying, here, you put your life jacket on the whole time we're at the lake. So.
And if the adult doesn't know how to swim?
If the adult doesn't know how to swim, the adult needs to wear that life jacket all the time. They're on the water, okay? Put the life jacket on, really, because if you get into trouble, and this happens a lot, especially in lake settings, someone gets into trouble, and when the people around here, if somebody's in trouble, well, they want to help. And then when people go to help, then you get more people into trouble, okay? So let's don't get more people into trouble. Let's wear a life jacket. If you don't know how to swim, put the life jacket on.
Oh, well, thank you for coming today and giving us good advice.
You're welcome.
And
Just wanted to say that the fire department, our union, Firefighters Cherries, had a program that installs pool fences. That program it was dormant for the past 3 years, and I was informed yesterday that it is up and running again. We've been funded, so you can contact our Firefighters Union if you're having trouble with pool fencing, and we'll try to help you be safe. So we don't want any more little ones drowning around here.
no, we don't. No. And I thank you, and I thank all the firefighters for all you do.
You're welcome.
We are so lucky to have you guys and gals. You are terrific, and you provide so much information. It's not just the service, but you really live it, believe it, and spend a lot of time in the community and work hard to make sure, like the fences, the gates lock, do a lot of public safety. So thank you, and thank you for being here today.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
We have some exciting news to report about ongoing redevelopment of Metro Center, part of the North Mountain redevelopment area. Phoenix Original Super Mall will soon be home to a Walmart Supercenter that will bring new energy to the mall and plenty of jobs.
We are here today because we think this is a special day for Metro Center. It's a special day for its future, and it's a special day for the community. We are here to announce that Walmart is going to join Metro Center.
This is going to be employment for our kids, our grandkids. It's going to be a place to shop, to live, to learn, and it's going to be the most powerful site in the city. You wait and see.
Walmart brings energy, they bring a commitment, and we can't be more thrilled that Walmart is here.
It's going to be new. It's energized. It won't be the same, but it's going to be just as good, if not better. We'll keep you posted as the mall continues to redevelop. It's all the time we have for this month's On the Issues. If you have any questions or comments about this show, call my office at 602-262-7444 or visit my website at phoenix.gov/district1. We'll see you next time on The Issues.